Steel hearts on the silent road. Justice in the shadows. Who answer them all. fashion, it's survival. No gods, no master! Martial stars! save. The kraken wakes and brings the grave.
Born of gods too fast for night, no man shall
peeks through cracks in time. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom! He was 19. No one claimed the body. No one ever asked why he went, but we remember. territory.